Welcome to the Couple Confessions. I'm Ashley.
I'm Liam, and we have some things to confess. So, some people have sent in some questions or some situations they're in, and we're going to give our perspective on it.
So the first one is someone said, "My girl makes me share my location and checks my phone. Kind of annoying. I feel like I trust you fully, so I would try and get some insight on that. Maybe ask her is there any reason why, or is there any reason I've given you to not trust me or to feel like you can't trust me? And maybe that's the reason why she's wants your location and checks your phone."
Okay, I think it is kind of it's not a necessity. Some people, they're going to be like, okay, I need to have your location at all times. Like, I need to know where you're at. I think that's kind of toxic. No offense to whoever feels a different way. I know there's different perspectives and opinions, and that's cool. You should have some trust in your partner, and if you don't have that trust, ask yourself why. Is it because you have a little bit of a trust issue, or is it because you don't trust your partner for a certain reason, you know?
And then the next question somebody asked me was, "How often do you check his phone?" I don't check Liam's phone at all, actually. If I am on Liam's phone, it's because I want to check his camera roll, but not for any, I'm not snipping around. It's to try and find a photo of us or just see what photos he has of me, because sometimes he has the ugliest photos of me and he'll think it's super cute.
Have you ever deleted
No,
a
I don't
picture off
delete
my
it.
phone?
I don't delete them. But I'm just like, damn, he really captured this and thinks this is cute.
Some things are cute. We were at a restaurant and Bottega Louie, and it was the cutest picture of her. There's little, the food's in the picture, and it's like one of my screensavers. Ooh, literally, it's the one that's on right now. That is a cute picture of Ashley. I refuse to believe that it's not. And she's like, ew. I'm like, how can I even tell if something's a good picture of you? But I'm learning, I'm trying to get the perfect angles, and I know you have a side that you like.
Yeah, so I don't really check his phone at all. And I'm sure you don't check my phone either.
What's the next one?
Okay, now we're on to some arguments that Liam and I have had in the past. It's mainly, I think it's more, this one's on me and I'm trying to fix it, but it's kind of hard to break habits. And so something that bothers me is if Liam will say something that gets me mad or gets me upset and I don't like it, I feel like I want him to automatically know that that bothered me and that upset me. And so we'll go about our day. He'll say something, I don't like it, whatever. And I'll just shut down and I get quiet. And he'll ask me, is there something wrong? And I'll be like, no, but I know something's wrong and I want him to know that something is wrong, but I won't speak up and say something's wrong. And so basically, we'll just go all day with me being quiet and he'll know something is wrong, but he won't remember. I think my take on that is just if you said something and you saw that my demeanor changed, I feel like it should be pretty self-explanatory as to why I'm upset and why I am all of a sudden quiet. But I feel like you tend to forget things so quickly. It's he'll say something and we'll have another conversation and I'll be quiet. Be like, what's wrong? And it's do you not just remember what you said a couple minutes ago?
Okay, so there's no definitive moment where it's like your demeanor changes. There's no specific moment where I can tell like your attitude changes, because I'll say something, it'll be whatever. You won't respond to what I say that makes you angry, and then you won't respond to anything for the rest of the day. So I'll be like, damn, when did this start? Sometimes I don't think it's justifiable why you're angry in my perspective. Obviously, I'm not saying your feelings are valid, all that. But I feel like most of the time it's because in your perspective, you see it a certain way. And where I was coming from was a different place than where you think I was coming from. So, yeah, it just gets a little bit confusing. At the same time, I respect if you don't feel like you can come from a place of okay, let's try to solve this issue in this moment because things are kind of heated right now. I feel like we can revisit it later. I feel like I can totally respect that because I've felt that way before. You know what?
About what?
In the moment, if I'm heated about anything, I don't want to blow up and come out crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So If I can just be like, you know what, I need to put this on hold for right now. Let's come back to it later, and I can think about it, sit with it, and then share my perspective, get your perspective, and like really listen.
I'll work on it.
Okay.
Maybe. Now, some hypotheticals just to make things a little bit more fun. If you woke up as a girl one day, what's the first thing you do?
You have to play with your coochie, right? I mean, like, if you're a boy, are you not gonna like fuck around with your dick?
No, no. Why is
That's the
that the
first
first
thing.
thing you'd go
I'm
for?
waking up. Okay, you know what? My day's gonna consist of other things. I'm gonna. Oh! I'm also gonna. Okay, do I have the mind of a
What?
girl too?
Yes, but you only get to do one thing first.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what it's like having a coochie and boobies. I'm gonna take that shit for a ride.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go shopping because
No, there's
all
something
the
else.
all the clothing sections are way bigger for girls. I'm gonna go out at night. I'm gonna get free drinks from all the boys at the bar. If I had only 10 years to live and we both knew, would you move on today? Stay with me for 10 years or something else?
I think I would stay with you for 10 years and
Really?
try and get everything we could done, try and travel and do adventures and like make it the best 10 years of your life.
Okay. And what about kids?
We would have them.
You would want to have kids still?
Well, why are you dying? Because if you have cancer, we can't have kids.
There's no like specific reason. I have a timer on my arm that is
Okay.
clicking down.
I want your babies.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I have one more hypothetical for you.
Okay.
If you could know the future, but only one thing about us, what would you want to know?
I wouldn't want to know anything like too specific because one of the many things that keeps our relationship fun is like the surprises that we have. There've been a lot of surprises. I would want it to be something a little bit like give me like more questions in my head. So like how many people we have at our wedding. If it's a small number, like I wonder why we decided to go with like a intimate wedding. I wonder like what the location is. If it's a big number, I'm like, damn, like we got like a big ass venue. I want to know what you're thinking,
Can't ask me.
but just for fun.
I'm actually really curious to know like how many kids we have.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I don't want to know the genders, but like I just want to know how many we end up having. Cause we say one or two now, but like it could be a bus. I deep down inside think that we're just gonna have all these kids and it's just like we're not even gonna plan for them. It's just gonna happen. Like some people just can't stop having kids until you get like vasectomies or like get your tubes tied. But like I wonder what's the number that's gonna be like, okay, that we gotta stop. Like we really gotta stop.
I feel like my brother Henry said the same thing to me.
I
Like
feel it. Like I
he thinks we're
feel like
just
that's
gonna
what's gonna happen.
stay
It's
tuned.
gonna happen.
Would you rather tell me a harsh truth or lie to me to like spare my feelings?
That's tough. Because I feel like in the past I've told you a lie to spare your feelings. I don't think I can remember what it was, but I feel like I remember like in the moment, like damn, like I don't want that to hurt him, so I'm just gonna lie. But I think now that we're like more comfortable, I think I would just tell you a harsh truth.
Damn. So like at what point do you think
Probably like in the first like 6 months of us like dating.
okay, well for me I'd prefer just getting like a harsh truth. If it's something I can like work on or improve, like I just want to be like, "Oh, okay, I didn't even know that was like a flaw of mine." So, yeah.
Which I feel like I have. Like I feel like we have told each other stuff that were like, oh, like I don't really like that, or like I feel like you could work on that a little bit, or like
Yeah. And it is kind of hard to hear and hard to say, but I mean, I think it's better for both of us.
just don't make the harsh truth a little too harsh for me. Okay, and that's it for this episode.
Send in some questions. We're ready to answer. We'll see
See
you
you next
next
week
week on
on
Couple
Couple Confessions.
Confessions.